What is up, everybody? This is Lyle, No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. I am coming at you from the Woodhall Travel Plaza, Woodhall, Illinois, I-74, exit 32. Now, there is a pilot across the street that is probably one of the better pilots in the country, and I've seen about 3 Prime trucks come off the highway and go that direction, so can't do anything or nothing wrong with that. But this place here has all the parking. A sit-down Mexican restaurant in there. Just went in there and got my little 3 street tacos. And if you're ever in the area, check it out. So anyway, this was a horrible drive. You know, I wasn't sure if I was going to drive or not today. I knew that 80 was still jacked up, but I was like, you know, let me get a little bit closer. You know, maybe right at I-80 and I-74. So about 9:30 a.m. I'm like, all right, let me just get out and test the water. So if you're looking at the maps, everything's showing that the roads are pretty good up until maybe 15 miles, maybe 20 miles before here. And then it's a little bit sporadic. It'll be good, then bad, good, bad. You know, so I was going through all that. And it was bad, but really nothing that was, you know, nothing to take really note of. And I was behind a flatbed driver who was kind of driving pretty cautious. And then there was a JB Hunt truck behind me. So we were kind of all, you know, we were like 3 of the trucks that were pretty much driving between 40 and 55, depending on what the road conditions were at any specific place. Now, as I started getting a little bit closer here, you started seeing cars in ditches, and I'm talking about like just went in ditches, like headlights still on, all that stuff. Then there was a snow plow in the ditch or off to the side. A couple trucks that were probably like yesterday or last night or something like that. But this JB Hunt driver probably saved me and the flatbed guy. So the flatbed guy, I was in no hurry. When the flatbed guy, he was probably pretty heavy. And as we went up this hill, he got down to like 20 miles an hour. So I'm like looking at my, you know, looking at my GPS I have programmed in. I'm like 15, 20 miles away. So I'm like, last thing I want to do is get in an accident 20 miles away from where I plan on parking. JB Hunt guy got a little bit, you know, he'd been behind us for like 40, 50 miles. And I guess I'm looking over here because I'm waiting to see if somebody went off into the ditch over here. There is a Prime driver going across up there. But anyway, we were going up the hill, and I guess JB Hunt said, I've had enough of this. So he pulls out, cuts around us both, and he starts going. And, you know, me and the flatbed dude, we're probably at this point doing maybe 40 miles an hour. And the JB Hunt guy's probably about a half a mile ahead of us at this point. And the next thing you know, he went into the ditch. So that patch of ice really would sneak up on you. And I probably wouldn't have thought about that patch of ice had it not been for JB Hunt going into the ditch. And so that was maybe about 8 miles out from where I parked. And these last 8 miles were treacherous. I mean, I got down, well, me and the other dude probably got down to like 16, 18 miles an hour. And I kind of almost felt my trailer wanting a jackknife every now and then. So I just remember looking at the exit saying, 1 more mile till I get to exit 32. And I was like, Lord, please. Don't, you know, I can't jackknife now. And then I come off the exit. The exit is not cleaned at all. And it's kind of a bit of a downgrade, but then it sloped like more than average. So then I'm kind of feeling the pull kind of coming around there. But just being empty, I mean, it is a bad feeling. Had I not been empty, had I been full, it wouldn't even have been an issue, you know. I'm not saying I'd have been out there driving crazy or anything like that, but that's a totally different set of circumstances when you got a little bit of weight on you like that. But I don't know. I sent my fleet or weekend dispatch a message. This load, I'm about 170 miles away, and the back end of my pickup appointment is at 0600 tomorrow morning. And I already told them that one's not going to happen. I'm not driving again for the rest of the day. And the soonest I'm going to drive in the morning is when the sun comes out, and then I'll think about it. So that's going to be at least 7. Let's say that I feel that the conditions are good enough to start driving. That doesn't put me there till like 11, 12 o'clock. So I've already, best case scenario, missed the appointment by 6 hours. So I'm not worried about it. They could pull the load off me, do whatever. I hate this shit. I was almost about to go to this pilot down the street once I pulled in here, because this is, you know, it's a travel plaza, but it's more or less kind of a mom and pop kind of a place. And they've plowed it and everything, but it's not like I could see there being some danger trying to pull out here. Now, I did pull into a spot, and I backed and, you know, went forward and backward, kind of got everything kind of smashed down a little bit and made sure that everything in front of me was kind of smashed out for when I leave in the morning, so, or whenever I leave. But that's about it. Check this place out. The restaurant here is called El Barril. I guess that's barrel in Spanish or something. At least that's what the logo is. Pretty good place. You know, I was a little skeptical, you know, getting a taco or getting any Mexican food at a place like this. You know, you wouldn't figure that the traffic would be high enough for them to go through some of the food that they've ordered, which is what I'm always concerned about. But shit, I was sitting in there. I was probably the second one in there, and by the time I left out, there was probably 7, 8 people in there. So apparently they get some traffic from the local populace as well as truck drivers. So anyway, enough about that. I just wanted to pop in here right quick. Hope everybody out there is doing good. This weather is, every winter just seems like it's getting worse and worse and worse. That was the problem last year. It was like there was no fucking relief. No matter what you got, no matter where you were going, it was going to be fucked up. And it's appearing to be that kind of a year again this year. So anyway, just got to make it through. I appreciate you guys stopping by No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. As always, comment, subscribe. I'm out.